So I've been waiting to tell this story for a very long time. It's really, really crazy. So please hold on to your seats. It was the time I got laid. So one night I went to. It was like after Bible class. One of my friends, she was like, "Hey, do you want to go to City Bar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." City Bar was cool at the time. It was kind of, I guess you could say, more adultish for us. And I don't really like clubs where it's like super packed. I like to be able to like actually have a good time like the olden days. So we went to City Bar. It was me, her, and this other girl who was like older than us because we didn't want to buy drinks. We were First of all, I was like 19, so I don't think I was able to buy drinks. So she was buying us drinks or whatever. Everyone's been to college, so they get it. So we went to City Bar. Long story short, we had a good time. We took this awesome photo with these random white girls that we didn't know, and it was lit. Cool. So after the club, where I went to school in Lafayette, Louisiana. So at this particular time, I think this was like 2013, we went to Raising Cane. Well, first of all, on the ride, you know how you kind of figure out after the club where you want to go eat at. So I was like, man, can we go to Cane's? Can we go to Cane's? And my friend was driving. She was like, I don't want to go to Cane's. I really want to go to Waffle House. I'm like, yo, we got to go to Cane's. I'm like freaking out. I don't know why I was acting like that. But at that particular time, Raising Cane's was like really lit. Like everybody used to meet up. That was like the meetup spot. So I was like, we got to go to Cane's. We got to go to Cane's. So I get there and we're like at the entrance and we're like leaning on the wall, kind of like, And this guy and one of his good friends rolls up upon us, and he was like, he knew one of my best friends or whatever. She was like the one who didn't want to the one who wanted to go to Waffle House. So she was like, "Hey, what's up, so and so?" So I'm like standing behind her, leaning on the wall, kind of like chilling. And y'all wondering why? If you want to know, I never got Cane's. I never got it. I only went to see who was in there. I wanted to be seen at that particular time, and I wanted to see who was there. So I didn't get Cane's. So the dude rolls up with his best friend, and mind you, I'm not in the mood for meet and greets. So the guy rolls up on my friend. He's like, "Hey, how you been?" Blah blah blah. They chopping it up. They're like, "Oh my god, yay!" And then the dude kind of tried to throw his friend on me. It was like, "Hey, this my brother." And I'm like leaning on the wall, like, so? Like, I hear people introduce themselves like I'm supposed to give a damn that that's your partner, that's your friend. Like, so what? So he was like, "Hey, this is my brother. I just wanted to introduce you." I was like, okay. So I guess he was like, this girl got a weird vibe. I'm out. So they chop it up. She was like, "Okay, see you later." So we end up going outside where we was parked at, right? So we get outside, and the dude who my friend was chopping it up because she was driving, so he rolls up on her side of the window, and I'm in the passenger seat, just kind of chilling. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm finna get in the car with y'all." I guess he had to be drunk because I ain't never seen him this hype. So he gets in the back seat. My friend was like, "I'm not playing with you. If you don't get out the car, I'm driving off. I don't care what you gotta do." So she zooms down the street like we racing cars on some stuff. So she zooms down the street or whatever. And then I'm just laughing. I'm in the front laughing because she was so serious. Because she has this like high pitched voice. And she was like, "I don't care if you want to get in the car, you can get in the car because I'm going to roll out on you. I'm going to roll out." So the dude gets in the car anyway. We roll out. And he's like, "Stop playing. I really need to get back to my car." She was like, "Nobody told you to hop in the car. I told you if you was going to hop in the car, then I'm going home." So they we end up driving back to Taco Bell because Taco Bell was right behind Raising Cane's. So we roll back up, and his brother comes up to my window, the one that tried before. And he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. I guess he was like, "This is my second shot." So he comes to the window, and he's like, Hey, how you doing? I was like, hey, you never said anything while we was inside. And he was like, are you serious? Like, I literally tried to talk to you in there, and you were kind of like stiff. I was like, no, you didn't really try. You didn't really say anything. He was like, I know she playing. Like, I really was trying to talk to this girl, and she gonna sit there and say that I didn't. Like, who do you think you are? So anyway, he had on like this army shirt. So I was like, hey, are you in the army? What a wise question. But I wear my friend's army shirts, and I'm not in the army, so go figure. So he was like, yeah, I'm in the army or whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool. So my friend was like, excuse me, we going to my best friend. I'm the best friend. She was like, we're going to my best friend apartment. If y'all want to roll up, we gonna be over there. And he was like, yeah, we'll roll up. Okay, cool. We get to my apartment complex, and I lived in on-campus housing, which was very lame. So we pull up. We thinking it's gonna be them two. It's like 8 dudes, like that roll up, 8 up. So they all roll up, and my friend rolls out. So I'm sitting here with 8 dudes. Like, are you serious? So she she gets in, the guy who she was chopping it up with at Raising King, she gets in his brand new, like, he had his new Honda Accord. And she gets in his car. I remember it was black and it was nice. And she gets in his car with this one of his friends, and they roll out. Some friend, huh? Some friend. So I'm sitting there with the dude who was trying to talk to me, and we're like getting to know each other, and no one was bothering me. Like, all of his friends were kind of like they all rode up in their own car. Like, why wouldn't you be frugal and all ride together? Like, they all came from the same place. Mind you, they didn't even go out that night. They come driving from some outskirts from Lafayette that's like 20, 30 minutes away just to come to Canes. That's how poppin' Canes was. Like, y'all think I'm joking. So they were chilling or whatever. We were chilling all night. And some of the guys were like, hey, y'all got any friends? I'm like, well, my roommates sleep, they not really up, and I don't know. So they're like, oh man, well, can I see a picture? I showed them a picture or whatever, and they have their own opinions or whatever. And my friend rose back up. She was like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm like, you idiot. Like, I could be sitting here raped or something. Like, some friend. Like, I felt kind of played. Like, I'm like, you got me sitting here with 8 dudes. Like, this could be World War III, for real. And I would have got raped, and she would have been like, what y'all doing to my friend, my God? Like, what I'm supposed to do? I'm like, see, she always had me in bad situations. Like, I could tell y'all some more stories, but this one's the juiciest. It really is. So the next morning, my roommates are up, and I'm like, oh my God, yo, I met these group of guys. They're so cool. It's so lit. Like, they're so cool. Well, first of all, I didn't say lit because lit wasn't even out back then, to be honest. But I was like, man, they're so nice. They're so much fun. And one of my roommates, she's like, well, bring them over. You should bring them over. They sound really fun. Yeah, like, bring them over. And my roommate, she was chill. She was kind of like, whatever, like, cool. So only 2 of them come by the first time. The one that liked me and like his other friend or whatever. Or I don't remember who came over first. But they ended up meeting all of them, and they thought they were cool. Everybody got close. Out the clique, they picked whoever picked my friends. Well, my roommate and my other friend. And then we became a trio, and we were always together. So the dude who I was talking to, I met him a year ago and didn't remember. So y'all gotta stay tuned for part 2. Because y'all gonna see how I met him, how I didn't remember him from a year ago, what happened, how it went down. He ended up being in a relationship. Like, stay tuned for part 2. It's juicy.